the webinar live or from the streaming software. So hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to the second webinar of our series in Bitrix24. And today is our second webinar in English language, which will be about using the CRM in Bitrix24. Such a big topic. I'm sure you will find some insights and helpful tips here, not just from technical point of view, but also from, I would say, strategy, thinking, mindset, and approach on how using CRMs can elevate and help your business. Welcome to this webinar. If you are watching this webinar live, please introduce yourself in the chat. If you are watching the replay version, you still can ask questions, by the way, in the chat, even from the replay, and it will reach to our admin team anyway, so we can get back to you on that matter. Just to remind you guys, we are in a series of it. We are on a mission, in fact, to introduce business use cases for Bitrix24 and how Bitrix as a collaboration or a workspace can help grow your business. And we are meeting every other Saturday at 11 in the morning Dubai time to discuss these topics. So you can find the information about our webinars in the registration page, where you probably learned about the session itself. And also, I will do something. I will send the link in the chat about the future webinars as well, so you can find it here. Please have a look if you would like to register the future webinars. Okay, with that said, we also have an Arabic version as well. So if you would like to attend the Arabic version, we also have that option as well. So maybe I can also share the link to that. So this is the link, copy, and there you go. So this is the Arabic version. The first link is the English, the second one is the Arabic version. Okay. In our webinars, guys, we tend to make it less stick. I know nobody maybe enjoys the technicality of working with systems and so on. So we'll make it simple on how to cover that part. We will focus on the logic and the business use cases. So to start with, let me give a quick introduction about the concept of workspace and how this concept evolved, and then the tool, which is the CRM, our topic today, fits in that area. As you probably know, there are a lot of softwares and technologies and tools that offer workspace solutions, like Google Workspace, Meta Workspace, Microsoft as well, Workspace, and so on. So Bitrix is a workspace environment. It's a collaboration environment. In the workspace, typical to the traditional workspace, the office, that's like the first maybe ever workspace ever, right? So it's a place where you work, where you keep your things, where you secure some information or some items in a physical space, right? And where you set the rules, who can access what and what they can do with the tools they have in hand, right? So typically, we have that inside Bitrix24 as well. So Bitrix is a workspace. Inside this workspace, we have something called CRM, right? And that's our topic today. There are other tools as well, like calendar, booking, video calls, chats, team building, project management, and so on. So these are topics we will cover, inshallah, in the future. But today we will focus on the CRM. Let me bring in my screen. And share the presentation here. And okay, excellent. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, these slides will be with us during our entire journey, and we will, pick some slides from there, from this presentation, and we will highlight it. So as I mentioned earlier, Bitrix is a workspace where we have, a lot of tools, website, tasks, projects, collaboration, and so on. So the CRM is our topic today, and that's what we are going to discuss. Now, in Bitrix CRM, exactly, okay, let's jump to the CRM. You can think of it as a single point of communication, let's say, single point of management, where you manage everything related to your customers. the idea of a CRM or contact relation management or customer relation management has evolved over the history. Okay, it evolved from keeping ledgers and books and like literally writing things into the softwares, applications that you host on your computer, and then into cloud as well. And Bitrix CRM has governed and collected and provided the best practices ever, as far as I know, about using CRM for business purposes. So from the CRM, you can have marketing tools, you can have sales intelligence tools, call center and contact center, inventory management, analytics and dashboards that will help you understand the performance of your business, and a lot, much more than that. We will dig deep into this as we go through this webinar together. But the idea of the CRM is that it's a place where you contact your customers, where you gather the inquiries from current customers or potential customers and put it in one place, and then segregate it and delegate it to your team so that they can work on these inquiries. And you can track what happened to these inquiries. Nobody will ever miss anything. Like, for example, let's say you are running a marketing campaign or an ad campaign into Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp or whatever. And suppose that you are receiving these messages into the Instagram itself. That means you will need someone to keep an eye on Instagram and to take these inquiries, reply to it manually, like, taking it from the phone or from the application, looking to the number, maybe write it down or put it in an Excel sheet, and then giving it to someone to call them and so on. So this is a hectic and long process, right? And definitely you will lose business in the journey. So with Bitrix, it is not going to be the case, because your Instagram or WhatsApp or website or whatever marketing channel you're using, landing page, anything, right? It will automatically create this inquiry inside the system, as we will see in our demo today. And this part here is going to help you, track what happened to this inquiry. See the time, see the activities, the engagement between this lead or this inquiry and your team, either sales team or customer service team, right? And make sure that you're not losing business. This is the bottom line of the whole conversation, right? So this is one of the key benefits of using Bitrix CRM. So before showing you the CRM itself, like a demo inside Bitrix24, I'm sure maybe you have seen some videos about that. Let me bring in another screen and show you what we call the process map, or a diagram of how we design CRM processes. And there we go. This is the chart. Let me share the screen. Just give me a second. And exactly, there we go. Share screen. Okay, hopefully you can see this diagram. Okay, so don't be overwhelmed with this sketch. I'll make it easy. Okay, the best practice as we been working on Bitrix and working with CRM since maybe 2016 or so. So this is the best practice that we came as a conclusion to, and this is what we advise our clients, and in fact we deploy for our clients as well during their work with us on Bitrix24. In Bitrix24, we have something called lead pipeline, and we have something called deal pipelines. So you can have one lead pipeline. This is the lead pipeline that I'm just highlighting. And then you can have multiple deal pipelines, more than one pipeline for deals. The idea of the pipeline, as the name implies, it's a production pipeline. It's a place where you get sales, right? Where you get business. The lead pipeline, you can think of it as your reception area in the traditional work environment in your office, let's say. So imagine this, you have an office, right? This office has a door. So for someone to go to your office, they must go through this door first. And there they will have a reception area, and the receptionist will ask them, what do they want or what do they need? And based on that, the receptionist, she will guide them to the next level. She might send them to a meeting room. She might send them away, right? We don't know, right? It depends on who they are and what they want. The same concept here applies inside the Bitrix work environment, inside the CRM. So think of it this way. These are these little actors here. Let's just say these are potential customers or people who send inquiries, not potential customers, just someone who sends an inquiry, all right? So let's say this little man here has sent a message from Instagram. And once the message is sent, immediately it will create something we call the lead card. And it will add them into a stage, let's call it prospect, okay? It will just be added here. And this another guy sends a message on WhatsApp and also added here. And this is another guy who sent a message, into the website, let's say filled the form in your website, let's say added here. And this is another guy who saw an advertisement of yours and say, oh, okay, and they register their interest and they are here now. And this guy maybe he made a phone call, let's say, just called your number, right? Called your landline number or a certain mobile number that you have integrated or connected with Bitrix, and just added here, okay? So now what? What will happen is that Bitrix will create a lead card for any inquiry that comes to you from any of the places you configured with. And the good news is that we can connect all lead sources, let's say all of these sources into Bitrix. So anyone who sends a message on Telegram, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, fill the form in an advertisement on Snapchat, TikTok, Google, Meta, website, anywhere, right? Anywhere. They just immediately go here. Made a phone call, as I mentioned. So it will be added here to the CRM. Once added to the CRM, one of the following can happen. In fact, any of the following can happen, right? Because we have something called workflow automation. The small idea, or let's say this, the basic simple idea behind workflow automation is that you can decide what happened in certain situations. I mean, for example, we can say if someone came to our business from Instagram, then send them X message, right? Let me ungroup these. Okay. If someone send a message from WhatsApp, add them to in progress and assign X user, which is, let's say, your colleague or your employees, assign him to work on this inquiry. And from that moment, this person is now responsible person, we call. He must attend this inquiry and decide, is this a good inquiry, a good lead, or it's a junk? Similar to the story with the receptionist thing, right? To send them in or to send them away, right? Exactly the same story. Now, the good news here is that with Bitrix, as I mentioned in the previous webinar, if you haven't seen the first webinar, which is getting started with Bitrix, I encourage you to do so. The good news is that with Bitrix, there is no price per user, meaning you can add your entire company, let's say, with a flat subscription. So for example, let's say you have a professional plan with Bitrix24. That means you can add up to 100 users, meaning up to 100 employee. So your employees will have an account on Bitrix, and you can, inside the CRM, as we will see today, you can tell, or you can, let's say, decide what kind of access they should have. So people will not, let's say, your employees will not have access to everything in the system. They will only have access to the things that they need in order to run the business, to do their work, right? So let's say you have 4 or 5 sales agents, or maybe 100 sales agents, it doesn't matter. You can decide how to distribute these inquiries to them, how to distribute these leads to them. You can distribute leads, let's say, in third, like just, every lead, just distribute to all team members on third. So first lead give to agent A, second lead give to agent B, and so on. Or you can decide on other metrics, like if it is coming from Facebook ads, then give it to this person. If it is coming from LinkedIn, give it to this person, and so on. Or maybe you can decide on other metrics, like if the lead is coming from, for let's say, X product, give it to this person, and so on. So any logic you can think of, we can apply here. But the idea is that we assign employees, sales agents here, or support agents, it doesn't matter, to attend these inquiries in an automated fashion. Okay. And not only that, inside the workflow automation, we can decide what also we can send automatically to these inquiries. And for example, if someone, let's say this little guy, came in from advertisements on LinkedIn, so we can say, okay, if the lead came from LinkedIn, move it to assigned immediately and assign it to agent A, send the notification to agent A on their mobile and on their email if you wish, to let them know that there is an inquiry came to them, and send a message to this person, to this inquiry, that we have received your inquiry, and agent A is going to attend your request, and he will call you or she will call you shortly. And you can send this message on WhatsApp and on email, and so on, right? And also we can put more governance here, like for example, if agent A did not attend this inquiry in, let's say, 2 hours window, then move it from him, take it away from this agent and give it to another agent, and notify the new agent that this lead was with agent A and it's now moved to them, and also notify agent A and tell them, hey, you didn't attend this inquiry in the required time and we took it away from you. Now you lost the potential to get a commission from the sales, and we're giving it away to agent B. Okay, so it's limitless with what we can apply here. It's really fun and it's really fair, let's say. It helps you distribute leads in a way that just remove the hectic part and the tough situations of handling leads and worrying about them. Okay, so this is in general the concept. Now you got the point, right? Now each card here, each lead has a card, as I mentioned. So when we open the card, I will move now to the screen and show you. When we open the card, there are the information of the inquiry and also information about our relation with this inquiry, like the messages we sent, the calls we made, the emails, the WhatsApp, the notes of the sales team, any documents maybe we received from this customer, or any documents maybe we have prepared for this customers, like contracts, proposals, quotations, everything, right? It's in one place. It lives in one place. So this makes it easy for you to hand over, to process, to assess, to check if there is leakage, let's say, in your sales process, and fix it. The bottom line here is that each inquiry, let's say one of these leads, should be moved into either a junk or a good. Meaning, is this an inquiry that we will send in or we will send away? Again, similarly to the situation with the, what do you call it? The receptionist, right? Someone came in through your door. Maybe they are looking for a job. So you will take their CV and you will send them away. But someone came into your door and they are looking to do business with you, to buy something. Maybe they have an appointment as well. So this is a good lead. You send them into the meeting room and so on. So exactly, it's the same story. The job of the sales agent here is to move these people, these leads, these inquiries to the funnel, right? Maybe from the first call, I can say, hey, hello, we received your inquiry. And they'll say, yeah, I was interested in buying X. And oh, you say, good. That's a good lead immediately. And it will move to the deal pipeline that we will discuss in a second. Maybe from the first call, you say, oh, we received your inquiry. And maybe this person said, oh, no, that's maybe my mistake, or I'm looking for something you don't have. You say, okay, good. Thank you. This is a junk lead. And that's it. Let's forget about it. Now, how it looks like inside Bitrix. Let me stop sharing this and bring in another screen. And Say just do that here. Exactly. Okay, share. Now you should be able to see my other screen here, which is the demo account. All right, so we have this account. It's a demo account. Even the name here says like X real estate company. It's not just for real estate, it's for any industry. But this is a demo account. The information you see here is not real. It's not accurate, okay? So this is just a test account just to show you how it works. So as I mentioned, these are stages, as you see up a campaign view for the inquiries, and these are lead cards. So for example, if you click on this lead card here, we can see that this is an inquiry. We can find the name, the email, the contact information of this person who sent the inquiry. We can see any information, that comes with the lead. We can see who's the responsive person here. So we see here my colleague Andrew is the responsive person. And then here you can, just see a bunch of information. And this is all customizable, by the way, depending on your business. So whatever your business is, we can make this information relevant. And to the right part here, we can see the log, which is what happened between us and this inquiry, meaning the messages we sent, the conversation, the notes. We can, write a note about this, let's say, inquiry that they need X, Y, Z, and I can just save it. Send means like just save here. So saving this comment, that later on I can remember, like with one click, I can, we agreed with this person to do meeting, for example, or he is on leave now or traveling, then he will come back sometime soon and so on. So this is a comment, a general comment that he is interested, for example, to buy XYZ product and so on. Whatever comment that you need to leave for yourself here as a sales agent. Also, we have a function called activity, which is to remind yourself as a sales agent here what to do next with this person. So let's say we receive this inquiry, we give them a call. They said, yes, they are interested. And they said they are now on a business trip and they will be coming back to Dubai next week. And they asked to get in touch with them next week. So for you not to forget, you will do is you will just come over here and say contact customer and then call after returning to Dubai. And then you can say, all right, remind me next week. Today is 19th, so let's just make it 23rd or something, all right? And save. So the system will remind you here that you have this activity. If you just click save, it will be added here, okay? Task can be closed. And then at that, you will receive a notification that you need to call this person, and then maybe you forget what was this person deal about. So you just open the card, you look to the log, to the history between you and this person. Now you remember, and then you call them, and then you pick up from where you left and so on. So this is, how the CRM looks like to process the inquiries. Now let's look into a bigger picture here, which is moving leads through this process. Let's say, for example, I called this person, but they did not answer me. So I can move them to no answer stage like that, like from here to here. So when we move them to no answer stage, the system will send them a message. It will say, hey, X client, my name is X agent from X company. I tried to call you concerning X inquiry that you have left on our website or our Bitrix or our CRM or on our WhatsApp or on our email, whatever. And it sounds like you were busy. Please let me know when to call you back immediately. So we are trying also to eliminate the admin work from the life of your sales agents, because we understand from sales point of view, sales team gives you the most and the highest value when they are in a conversation with a customer. That's where you benefit the most from sales team. So when you have when your sales team is on the phone or is in the meeting or is in a call or it's like or messaging, it's like in direct communication with the customer. That's where your probability of getting the sales gets higher. So we want to give your sales team more space to do the conversations and take the admin work out of their way. The admin work is necessary. What do we mean by admin work? Admin work is like sending such messages, following up on a proposal message, sending the proposal, maybe creating the proposal itself, preparing contracts, working with reminder emails, let's say, reminding the client about a meeting, all of this stuff. Okay, this is all admin work. It is very important, as you know, because it's an essential ingredient of the sales process. However, we can automate it because, as I mentioned earlier, you want the sales team to spend more time with the customer, not with writing things. And that's where the beauty of Bitrix comes in handy here to help you with that. So this is one way to look into it. Now, as far as analytics, I just want now to go a little bit into the big picture from sales manager perspective or from CEO perspective to understand the performance of your sales team. So Bitrix comes equipped with analytics tool line, BI builders. We will not dig deep into the BI builder because we have another webinar in the future discussing BI, but there is the analytics here that is ready-made analytics from Bitrix24. So you can hover your mouse into analytics here and go to sales funnel, let's say, for example. And from here, you can say, okay, over the past 30 days, how the pipeline looked like. How much, by the way, this is, again, a demo account. That's why you see 0 conversion. But here you can see the conversion rate of your sales department. Here, the performance of the sales team, like all of your sales team names will be here. You'll see how many leads they have, the number of deals they have, how many deals they lost, what's the value of the deals they lost, how many deals they won, what's the value of the deal they won, and what's the conversion rate for each one. And you can choose different, periods. Say, for example, last 7 days, and then you search, and then you can, change the perspective of that matter. You can also look into sales funnel processing to see the connection here between moving from leads to deals. You remember we said you can have multiple deal pipelines. So if you have different products or different product lines or different branches, you can create a segregated deal pipeline for each branch or each, let's say, product line. And maybe the process is different for each product pipeline. So that's why you can have different stages and different sales team attending these different inquiries and so on. So here you can have the big picture for these pipelines. You can also set a sales plan or the sales target. So for example, we can say our sales target is X amount. This is how much we have, achieved from the sales target, and this is what's the remaining, and so on. So this is an idea here. You can also find sales trends to see. There is no data again in this account because it's a demo account, but you can see sales trends here to understand the performance of your sales department and different time slots and compare it and find out some insights of what was working and what is no longer working and how to take decisions based on that and not just gut feeling or instinct. You can do comparisons here between sales sources or months and so on, and see or lead sources or traffic sources, and see how your marketing is doing and decide on the best channels. You can look into the employee performance, individual performance for each employee. Again, there is no data here to show you, but you can see a comparison between the sales team and see who's best performing, who's second, and so on. You can display this information for your team, to gamify the process and make it fun and encourage the spirit of competition here, like the good one, and so on. So there are a lot of other things to look into when it comes to analytics that gives you insights to help you improve your business. Also in the CRM part, as I mentioned, we can connect, or you can connect different channels. You can connect WhatsApp, Instagram, live chat, website forms. You can create unlimited forms for certain campaigns or lead generation purposes and so on. You can integrate telephony, either landline or mobile telephony through some solutions provided by the telecommunication company in your country. So in our case here, Etisalat or Do in the UAE, STC or other providers in Saudi Arabia, Orange or Zain in Jordan, and so on, in all these countries. So we have these options. They have these solutions to integrate your telephony with Bitrix. So you can have not just when you open the lead card here, for example, like so. So it's not just that you get the information here, but you also get the calls recorded, processed, analyzed, transcribed in any language, by the way. Okay, it doesn't matter what the sales team language is. It will transcribe it, it will analyze it, it will give you a summary about it, and so on. So this is a snack peek, a quick look into Bitrix CRM and what can be accomplished with the system. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to remind you of something that Bitrix, if I go to Bitrix24.com, or you know what, just to keep it easy, vamcloud.com. Let me send this link to the chat. And if I go back here, this is the chat. There you go. So this is the main page of vamcloud.com. This is our website, VAM, as we are a gold partner of Bitrix24. So in here, you can request for a proposal or request for a more personalized demo with our team, or watch a presentation that explains, the whole system, not just like the CRM itself, but the whole system in, I think, like 45 minutes or 35 minutes, something like so, to have a better understanding of what Bitrix can do for you. And from there, we will be glad to take you to the next level to provide you with a personalized proposal that is matching your business need, business inquiry, and take it from there for our project management to start working and developing let's say, preparing the environment for your business. Because as you know, building a technology from scratch is a very big task. It's not something simple. It's not something even efficient nor effective these days. Maybe you've tried something, or you know someone who tried building a technology from scratch, like ERP system or communication system, and it didn't work, or it worked for a while and then stopped working. The beauty of working with Bitrix is that this is a cloud-based and a self-hosted based software with a company that keeps updating, keep improving, keep adding more features and functions to the system, and with a network of partners like ourselves here who can help you, can customize the system for you, can answer questions, give you orientation, training, speak your local language, meet you in person, and so on, right? So I hope you enjoyed the session. I hope you found it valuable. If you are not using a CRM at all in general, okay, I believe that's a crime. Forgive me, but that's how I believe about it. It is a crime not to use a CRM. If you are using a CRM, that's a good thing. It's excellent. I hope you can now compare whatever you are using to Bitrix24, and you consider moving to Bitrix if you are not using Bitrix already. And by the way, don't worry about moving or migrating your data to Bitrix. We can take care of that job. We have helped a lot of our clients move from legacy tools or other CRM options or solutions to Bitrix24. None of your data will be lost. Everything will be handy. Bitrix is cost efficient. Bitrix is efficient itself as well, and effective in terms of technology and tools, in terms of collaboration, in terms of integration. Because when you get Bitrix CRM, you're not just getting like the CRM itself. You're getting a lot of other tools connected to each other. So from the CRM, we have the calendar, we have the workflow, we have the marketing tools, we have the integration with the social media, we have the integration with ad tools. So it's like 360 degree look into your business. Again, I will keep this short and sweet. Thank you for being with me in this webinar today. I had fun, presented the topic for you, and I look forward to welcoming you as a client of ours and as a user of Bitrix very soon. You can go to the link in the chat that I have left and request for a proposal, and our team will take care of that of you. And I look forward also to seeing you on the other webinar. As I mentioned, this is a bi-weekly webinar. We do it every other Saturday in English and every other Saturday in Arabic. And we are excited about this journey and looking forward to hearing from you soon, inshallah. Thank you again, and have a good day.